Boston, no. Essex, yes.
Massachusetts.
Essex County, Massachusetts, Bigfoot. Affleck country. Okay, we're relating the dangers of getting Bigfoot footage or photographs. And don't think this is easy, there's a lot of the images we're
I
showing
don't
you.
think anybody takes this as being an easy thing to do.
No, you've seen the people on Finding Bigfoot and what is the other show? The other show, $1 Million Bigfoot Bounty, where they have Bigfoot experts that don't even know the difference between hair and green moss. So no wonder they're not getting any photographs. We have professional trackers and as well as photographers who are not going to flinch when they see one. I would appreciate if they'd actually follow one, like this one, into the woods, but maybe that's asking too much. I mean,
that might be asking a little much.
But I was relating.
When faced with a creature like that, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's a great unknown, and we don't know. We don't want anybody attacked, but
you want them to chase him down.
Well, that would be nice. I'd like to have the footage. But anyway, we were talking
and
before.
You can call that found footage, right?
Yes, yeah, and then that would be found footage, and yes, in fact, that would be great to see a Bigfoot, strangle somebody, and then I could find the camera, and then.
I don't know if I would go on record saying something.
Oh,
like that.
Please, why not? Anyway, so there was a tale. We're talking about what other animals besides Bigfoot, and Bigfoot, quite frankly, is unknown. There's a lot of tales. We don't know what it actually would do to you, throttle you or stomp on your.
It doesn't seem to me like Bigfoot's even all that concerned with his
paparazzi. Yet. So anyway, I was going to relate a story about a deer that crashed through a window in the Maryland woods, goes right through the main window in a living room, and just starts kicking the furniture, kicking the TV, kicking a mirror, starting running down steps, breaking the railing on the steps, smashes their most prized family photographs.
I thought you were going to say bottle of scotch.
Well, I'm getting to that.
That'd break anybody's heart.
He did a back kick and smashed open their their little bar, and smashed all their Jack Daniels. You have alcohol lying on the floor. Now, if that deer accidentally slipped its hoof over a lighter, he could have ignited the Jack Daniels and burned the whole place down.
I'm surprised he wasn't carrying a lighter with him.
Now that filth of a deer. He destroyed their whole place. They're upstairs sleeping. Meanwhile, this maniac is kicking the crap out of their place. I don't know why it went through the window in the first place. Maybe it saw its reflection, thought it was another deer.
There you go. That sounds right.
But once he was in the place, he totally destroys their place. Once he makes
He's just trying to get out. I'm sure.
A frickin' mess of it. But by what you don't destroy someone's liquor collection to get out of a place. You just go.
This is a wild animal we're talking about, not your next door neighbor.
Oh, how dare you! So anyway, he finally finds his way out, and after he makes a bloody mess. Now, let's say the husband was upset with his wife the previous night, and he says, "Hey, you filthy creature," or whatever, something like that, and she says, "Hey, you piece
You're
of
just making assumptions.
You vile piece of crap. You're sleeping on the couch." So he goes downstairs and he sleeps on the couch,
and
then the deer comes in the next morning through the window in the living room,
thrashes the place, including him,
kicks him in the face, knees him in the groin or whatever, or hoofs him in the groin, and then maybe gets one of his antlers,
And whose fault is all
hits
this?
him right through the trachea.
The wife's.
No, I'm saying that could have been a situation where with that. Well, let's say the kids were having a sleepover downstairs or something like that, and the deer, the people were upstairs. Is my point.
You're relating the deer are dangerous. Is that what the point is here?
I have no idea. Yes, the deer are. I'm just saying that our deers are.
They're just dangers.
They're ruthless. They're killers. They're ruthless. And there was a certain report about there's 119 or something deer kill people a year. That's killing. Do we want to discuss maiming? Do you want us to discuss, paralyzing people for lives, gouging?
I don't think you know the numbers on that.
We don't know the numbers.
You can't talk about things you don't know.
What would an antler through the eye? Would that affect your
Some people call that LASIK.
Your life, your quality of life. Thank you.